And he's beaten the undefeated three-weight champion, Junto Nakatani, by 4, by 2. That 11th and 12th, the master changing it up and doing what he does best.
I sketched out a blueprint, him and Rudy Hernandez, his good trainer, for something for the rematch, if there is a rematch, to be able to feel good about it. You know, yeah, you can control the outside, but you gotta do it with a little bit more of an aggressive jab. You want to keep that range, but you want to do it by backing him up a little bit in spots. Don't let him get that far ahead. And when you back him up again, you can have your cake and eat it too. You can be aggressive and still be the taller guy, still be the longer guy. You just have to make sure you execute properly. And I think, again, that that they probably would feel very good about a rematch. Obviously, that's going to be up to Inoue, and of course the promoters involved with him. They did a good job on the cut, by the way. You know that, Bud? We didn't even talk about it. I know it happened, you know, with only 2 rounds left, 3, 2.5, whatever. But they did a good job with that cut, stopping the bleeding.
Unanimous decision, 116, 112 twice, 115, 113. It was a tale of like 2 fights. Early on, Nakatani wasn't doing much. Inoue actually out-jabbed Nakatani in this fight, which is not a good recipe for Nakatani. Inoue's been on the stage for a way longer time than Nakatani. He's just quicker, he's faster, he has a better ring IQ, he's got more metal in there. Inoue won this fight, and he did it in convincing fashion. Nakatani had some moments late. He's gonna wish he started a lot earlier. Where was his jab? I don't get it, but this is about Inoue. He's now 28-0 in world championship fights. Bring on that BAM fight at this point. Just keep it rolling with these mega fights. But Inoue is the man. He's top pound for pound.
And Nakatani was a
2-pack of ass. That stinks.
Horrible fight, disgusting at the highest level. I'm confused why Inoue is above Shakur Stevenson, above Devin Haney. Why is Nakatani above David Benavidez? Boxing politics at its finest. I was disgusted at the fight. I thought it was overrated. Inoue wins with the unanimous decision. I thought it was musty and disgusting at the highest level. And on top of that, it made us get up early in the morning. I could have been in bed getting some extra Z's. But get this, the fight did not live up to the hype at all. For those guys to be pound for pound fighters and to be elite, for us to wake up at motherfucking 2:30 in the morning and watch this farce of a fight is absolutely musty and disgusting, and I'm absolutely horrified at the highest level. Inoue beats Nakatani.
Before this explosive event, many analysts and boxing legends shared their takes on this fight. Sharing his expert opinion, Naoya Inoue, former boxing world champion, had recognized that both men had the tools to defeat the other, leaving the fight wide open. He believed Inoue still had what it took to beat any challenger, but admitted Nakatani was also capable of pulling off the victory. Inoue thought the fighter who imposed their game plan early and controlled the rhythm would walk away with the win. He had leaned slightly toward Inoue staying on top, though he did not rule out a changing of the guard.
Anybody out there, but Nakatani as well, it's still pretty much in that level that, you know, he can beat Inoue as well. So will it be passing of the torch? There's a possibility of that. But will it be a point where Inoue will still get to the top of it? I mean, I believe that he still has the capability of beating anybody out there. But whether if you ask me whether Nakatani has a chance to beat Inoue, I believe he can as well. So, you know, it's who perceived the fight to be, and
Nair also observed that Inoue had been caught by left-handed strikes on multiple occasions, showing a clear vulnerability to that angle. He suggested that Nakatani's southpaw stance, longer frame, and willingness to engage could present serious challenges for the champion. Donaire noted that a taller fighter's midsection was often exposed, giving Inoue an opening to land damaging body shots. He had advised that Nakatani should use straight punches instead of regular jabs to keep Inoue at a distance and prevent him from exploding forward.
But then he gets hit with the left eventually for everything else. I mean, Neri hit him with the left hook, I hit him with the left hook. So we see that vulnerability. All the people that knocked him down or hurt him has been coming from the left, right? So the southpaw stance, I believe, would be more dangerous for Inoue rather than the what he's so used to, right? And he hasn't fought enough southpaw to be able to feel comfortable as it is with an orthodox. That's my assessment when it comes down to it. I believe that he will have problem adjusting to the height and the southpaw stance of Nakatani, which I believe Nakatani has the advantage when it comes down to early rounds because of...
On the other hand, before his fight, Junto Nakatani had stated that he planned to showcase the complete story of his career journey to everyone watching. He had expressed confidence that the bout would go down in the history books as a great contest between two respectful champions. Nakatani made it clear that his focus was solely on winning the fight in front of him, and he declined to name any specific opponent beyond that. His response at the time had indicated that he was not looking past Naoya Inoue and would address the future only after securing victory. Nakatani stated, "I am just going to tell everyone who comes to watch the fight my story from all my career. I will show everyone that I am going to win this fight." Furthermore, in the events leading up to the fight, both Inoue and Nakatani had appeared in exceptional physical condition during their final weigh-in. Nakatani had notably looked slightly larger than the champion, utilizing his natural height and reach advantages as expected. The face-off between the two undefeated champions was tense, with both fighters displaying focused intensity rather than engaging in verbal warfare. Fans and analysts noted that Nakatani's frame appeared well suited for the super bantamweight division, potentially posing problems for the smaller.
The monster, Naoya Inoue.
Meanwhile, Teddy Atlas had observed that Naoya Inoue entered the matchup as a substantial betting favorite, with odds reflecting his elite pound-for-pound status. He acknowledged that Junto Nakatani had a genuine opportunity to pull off the upset, though Inoue's superior hand speed and explosive power made him the rightful frontrunner. Atlas had also anticipated that the contest would extend beyond the early rounds. Fueled by deep national pride, he gave Nakatani a real shot at victory even while recognizing the champion's formidable credential.
Oh, it's greatly highly anticipated. He's at least 3-1 favorite, right? Not more.
He's 4.5 to 1 favorite
right.
currently, where Nakatani will get back plus 300.
I think Nakatani's a live dog. You have to like Inoue. It's hard to go against him. This fight will come down to geography. I talk about geography, you know, as though I'm a real estate broker. Location. To me, that's sometimes the most important physical element of a fight. You know, guys have to be mentally ready. They have to have a good intellect, a good fight plan. Obviously, all of their skills have to be highly toned, but geography. You know, who fights at the range, the distance, the location that bet.
Atlas pointed out that Nakatani had absorbed considerable punishment in his previous bout just months earlier, raising concerns about whether he had fully recovered. He had suggested, however, that the grueling experience might have answered crucial questions for the younger fighter about his readiness for a firefight. Atlas noted that Nakatani was 5 years younger than Inoue and questioned whether that age gap would become a factor. He had even argued that Nakatani likely needed that tough outing to determine if he could depend on himself when facing the monster.
He went in that ring and came out of it with probably a little less of himself. It happens. I talk about it all the time. But at 27, I think he's 27, Nakatani, if I got my age down here right.
28.
28. At 28, he's young enough to handle that, to survive that. You know, youth can do amazing things. and I believe he's 5 years younger than Inoue. Will that age difference show? Now, Inoue's not used up. He's not shop worn. He's not like an older guy who's been in a lot of rough fights. He's been in enough, but not that many.
A more direct take, Tim Bradley had stated that he favored Naoya Inoue to emerge victorious because the champion had a broader arsenal and more versatility in his approach. He noted that Inoue had traveled to the West Coast to absorb different fighting techniques, showing his adaptability and ring intelligence. Bradley had also observed that Inoue could shift between various styles, including pull counters and outside boxing, keeping opponents off balance. He warned that if Inoue applied consistent pressure while remaining defensively responsible, he would make life extremely difficult for Nakatani.
He has multiple styles. Like, every fight is different. And that's the reason why I'm picking him to win this fight, is because he can do more. That's it. I mean, Inoue even came out here to the West Coast to learn the style that we have out here. That's how smart he is. He's a sponge. He has the athleticism to learn anything in the game. And I see multiple layers on him where he's going in from the Mayweather, he's doing the pull counters, he might even dance around and go into Ali, floating around, fighting the negative, counter punching from the outside. I've seen
revealed that he had detected a recurring habit in Nakatani's defensive movement, specifically how he retreated after exchanges. He noted that Nakatani would lower his stance and pull back when pressured, indicating discomfort with inside fighting. Bradley cautioned that this same exit pattern could either set up a counter opportunity or leave Nakatani vulnerable to a clean shot. He concluded that Nakatani could claim victory if he maintained distance, moved well, boxed intelligently, and set traps with counters for the duration of the contest.
Pattern, hope I'm saying that right, a pattern in his system, okay? His defensive system, okay? And it's something it's subtle and it takes a real smart eye to see, but it's how he exits. That's gonna be a problem, right? It can go twofold. He could probably set up Inoue with a big shot, or at the same time set himself up to get hit with a big shot. What he does is he'll drop that level, he'll drop into a cubby hole. Usually when you put pressure on him, he doesn't like it. He'll bring those uppercuts up the middle sometimes if he can time you perfectly as you're coming in. But when you're attacking him, you're in his space. Nakatani doesn't like that. He's a guy that likes to fight on the outside. Steer clear, line.
Moving on, just like Tim, a commentator had explained that he was picking Naoya Inoue to win because the champion excelled in every category compared to his opponent. He noted that Inoue had faced better opposition, had fully grown into the super bantamweight division, and possessed superior speed and power. He acknowledged that Nakatani was good in several areas, but believed Inoue was simply better at everything. He had predicted that Inoue would emerge victorious, though he noted that both men could hit the canvas during the contest.
He's fought the better opposition. He is the bigger. He's now moved up into that weight, and he's now that weight class. And I just think he's incredible. He's a whirlwind. There's a reason they call him the monster. He will go for the kill, but in going for the kill, he will leave himself exposed to get chinned. I wouldn't be surprised if both men go down here. But if both men go down, there's only one man that's coming up, and that's Inoue. It really is. I think he's just a special fighter. And I think Nakatani, although he wants this fight, he's almost have to chase this fight, and he's one or two fights not ready. I need to see him at super bantamweight, maybe 2 more fights, and then I think he'll be ready, because it'll be a fully fledged super bantam. You'll see it on the scales. He's just smaller. He's smaller than Inoue.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Legacy Round and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.